Hello, my name is Amber Robles-Gordon.
And my name is Alonzo Robles-Gordon. Growing up, we were lucky to have a mother that tried her very best to give us as much culture as possible. Uh, I recall going to the Kennedy Center every weekend. I remember going to many of the Smithsonian museums, listening to a large variety of music in the house, and even doing arts and crafts projects together when we were kids. So to us, at least, it's no surprise that we both ended up being artists. I myself, I write. I'm a poet. I make music, and I'm also a collage and sculpture artist.
I'm a mixed media installation, sculpture, assemblage artist. It's on me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
It's cool.
In saying that, our mother exposed us, because our mother exposed us so early to art, it became something that defined us. It was part of us. Whereas for me, it became part of my identity. It was the way that I could encourage myself, support myself, find balance through as a child and throughout my life. So it's a grounding force in who I am.
For me, art. I kind of use art as a tool, as a way to center myself, as a way to calm down, relax. The process of making art gives me the time, space, and opportunity to center myself, to get to that place where it's just me as a child in my room playing with my toys. Um, I recall when Amber and I were growing up in Arlington, Virginia, we both would sit in the same room, in our room, and I would be playing with my Legos on one side of the room, and on the other side, Amber would be making her collages and artwork.
So our family is from the West Indies, or the U.S. Virgin Islands. So that in St. Thomas,
St. John, Tortola, St. Croix, Antigua.
in Puerto Rico. I was born in Puerto Rico, and
I was born in Arlington, Virginia.
So, and there's also a 7 to 8 year gap between us. And I think that and just our different personalities and maybe a little bit of sibling rivalry, which, happens. Things that kind of throughout our early life kept us apart, That and we were estranged from our family. Living in the States, what we call the States, or U.S. mainland, we were separated from our family. When my mother and father divorced, when I was 9 and you were 4, basically it went from a family of, 4 to 3. And our mama, raised us. So, and it wasn't just estrangement from our maternal family, it was also from our paternal, which had an impact on us, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So, because of our beautiful brown skin, I have to do that every time I say that, we are, identified as African American. And that growing up in the States as a brown-skinned person, that it just is, and it's something that we claim and proud of, and, it's part of our folks too. Yep. But in addition to that, there's a place where we feel loss. Our first language was Spanish. I stopped speaking it early because I was I don't know if it was preschool, I was around 5, and I was teased badly for speaking Spanish. And I told my mom I wanted to stop, and I did. Alanzo.
I myself, I wasn't necessarily teased, but I was kind of ostracized because I was the black guy that spoke Spanish, so you can't speak Spanish around him. So I kind of stopped speaking it, but I do still speak it now.
And not to mention the whole talk white thing.
Oh,
Won't even go there.
Oh, yes.
Okay, but so in saying that, our mother, when she was, I don't remember how old she was, but basically she had an opportunity to travel to the States to be educated. She went to Georgetown. And, as a lot of Caribbean migratory families, that was something that you did when you had for education, for a better job opportunity. They would travel away from their families as part of that. And although that was, it's a good thing, there's also what sometimes happens is you get detached and are estranged from your family.
Yeah. So we've decided to do something about the estrangement and the loss that we feel. We decided to address it together. We want to go to St. Thomas and the other islands that our family's on, are still living in. And we want to spend time with them, a decent amount of time. We want to go there, hear their stories, spend time with our grandmother, which I haven't seen in, I think, 3 or 4 years. And then everyone else in the family. There's plenty of family members that are still alive that I haven't met. And that might not be the case for Amber because she's older, but there's many people that I haven't met that I don't know whose names.
The last time we were in St. Thomas, I was 12 and you were 4. So even if I've met them, I do not remember them.
Exactly.
So in doing that, part of what we're doing is because we're artists and we literally create as a part of healing and just as a part of us, we want to, one, document this experience through video and through art. But then we want to do an actual art exhibit that is based on the experiences and the interpretations of what we are going through while we are doing this journey. And
what we call the healing process.
Yes. And then we want to then come back and juxtapose it to our actual upbringing, which is the Americanized and that migrant experience.
Yeah.
So we will be creating an art exhibit that encompasses this artistic journey that we are going on.
So we're asking for $6,000. This is to cover travel and airfare, lodging accommodations, and art supplies so that we can create our tokens of gratitude.
So you may ask, why now? I will be traveling to Miami for the first part of December for Prism Art Fair. So to lessen the cost, I will be traveling from Miami then to St. Thomas. So that's the goal. And
I will be traveling from Washington, D.C. to St. Thomas to meet up with Amber.
So the other reason as to why now is because we are realizing, one, I am 38.
And second, I am 30.
And it is just time. We are realizing about living in the now and making the very best with every moment that we have.
Yes.
And we need to make this happen. It's important to us.
Yeah.
And that's why we are asking for your help. So, please read the stuff below. We're not going to go into all the perks, but we have perks that are described in our Indiegogo campaign. If you cannot support the campaign monetarily in any way, please pass it on. We really think that this is going to be monumental. Real quick, this is also the first project that we have ever decided to do together.
Yes. And that is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope that you guys feel that as you take a look at this video and then read the text below.
Yep.
And we thank you.
Thank you very much.